Heat races the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship 10 times around. You got to be in the top 5 if you want to race directly into the feature event. Lineup in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. Set to roll to the green like this. Driver of the poles out of Lone Jack, Missouri. The Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Joey Arrington Speed Sport. DRC number 4X. It will be Braden Cromwell. Lining up to his right. At Buckeye, Arizona, the MP Environmental, Black Magic Bead Breaker, Stanton, AME Electrical number 47. That'll be Charles Davis Jr. Second row from the inside. At Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, rider number 69 of Brady Bacon. And to his right, Carson Garrett. Garrett at Littleton, Colorado. In the Altos Power Equipment, Hornbeck Concrete, Lugs Lawn Care, K&K Excavating number 15. Jaden Rogers out of Worthington, Indiana, the Midwest Down Services, Spec J&J Chassis, number 66. He'll go for the inside of row number 3. And outside of him, tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, the Boulevard Truck Repair, Schneider & Sons Recycling, Apache Transport number 39. That is Briggs Danner. Next row from the inside, it's going to be the driver out of Terre Haute, Indiana, the Maddox Heating and Cooling, Gressman DRC number 28 of Brandon Maddox. And lining up in the 8th starting spot, set to be Dustin Beck. He's out of Petersburg, Indiana, driving the A&T Concrete Supply Spec Maxim Chassis, Minnick Enterprises, number 75. Next row from the inside, it's Hunter Maddox. He's out of Bedford, Indiana, driving the TJD Roofing and Exteriors, Cummins DRC Chassis, number 24M. And who his outside is going to be Sam Scott, the England Machine and Tool, Cummins Racing Engine, DRC Chassis, Southern Indiana Tree Cutters, Beach Technologies, number 7S. Final starter in this one is scheduled to be Kevin Thomas Jr., the Inferno Armor, number 3R, rolling down the front straightaway. Driver to Coleman, Alabama, the Lynch Machining Lucas Oil Center, number 3. So the backup car in place, fired and ready to roll here for Kevin Thomas Jr.
A couple of drivers back there who were putting in a valiant effort to try and get that 3R turned around, of course, in this first heat race, and not a whole lot of time to get that done. So Logan Seavey and Mitchell Moles back there, both putting in a frantic effort to try and help out Kevin Thomas Jr. to get back on the racetrack, so a hat shake to them.
So the field going to get a couple of quick laps to jackrabbit the racetrack here in just a moment. While things quiet down, we'll take it down to Drake. And looks like maybe problems for the Inferno Armor 3R. He has taken it down into the infield.
I hate to see that for Kevin Thomas Jr. They just, they worked really hard to put that backup car back together and to get that prepared. And of course, this makes his night and his Indiana Sprint Week considerably different. He was a huge favorite to win this event tonight, and that certainly does change things.
Of course, he got the victory back here in the month of May, making him the all-time winning driver of the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. He's one of 27 drivers that have gone to victory lane here. Kyle Cummins has gone 6 times. Darren Clayton has gone 5. Corey Cruzman at 4. Ricky Hood at 3. Brady Bacon in the action tonight, along with Brady Short. They have both won twice here. Chase Stockin as well. Hunter Schoenberg, John Stanbro, Justin Grant, and Robert Ballou, all with multiple wins here at the class track.
Kevin Thomas Jr. leading that charge with 7. That's the most for anybody with Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Competition. So certainly a huge force to be reckoned with at this racetrack, and just a heartbreaker to start the night.
So down into the Indy Metal finishing work area. We'll see if he's able to make his way back out. The Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck bringing the field around. And Braden Cromwell, driver to Lone Jack, Missouri, sits on the pole of this one. A couple of wins this season with the USAC Midwest Wingless Association. That was down at Electric City Speedway just south of Kansas City. And Lake Ozark with the Wingless Auto Racing League. See if he can pick up a win here in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. Charles Davis Jr. lining up to his outside to the green.
Charles Davis Jr. going to try to get it into the corner first and rotate around the outside. Carson Garrett coming with him, and Brady Bacon off the bottom.
Charles Davis Jr. getting her wound up and onto the back straightway. Going to lead the way. Garrett going to see if he can peek down to the inside. Trying to look lower than all of them. It's going to be Brady Bacon. The Fatheads Davis brothers, number 69. Thus far, going to roll in the 3rd spot here. Wasn't able to get the run to the inside off of turn number 4. Now he has a run the exit turn number 2. Battle for the runner-up spot.
So Brady Bacon into 2nd place over Charles Davis Jr. Jaden Rogers going to follow him through, but it might be too late as Carson Garrett has begun checking out.
Garrett, who was your quick qualifier last night at Bloomington Speedway before Mother Nature intervened. leads the way in this one. Bacon in that second spot. Jaden Rogers running in third. Charles Davis Jr. wide off of turn number 4 in the 4th position. It will be the 28 of Maddox right now with the final transfer directly into the feature event. The driver on the outside looking in. That's your quick qualifier. Briggs Danner in the 39.
And he's contending with Dustin Beck right now for that 6th position, which he really needs another spot if he wants to punch his ticket to the feature event. So Briggs Danner, he mentioned in that Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifier interview that sometimes you go out on this racetrack and you feel excellent. Sometimes you go out and you feel like it's a swing and a miss. And this looks like one of those times.
One of those tracks you will not find more grooming done or better grooming done to a racing surface. And they show it every time we are in action here. As up front, Carson Garrett, he has got it figured out right now as he leads the way. 1.37 seconds last time. It is 1.388 seconds. Now his advantage over Brady Bacon with 4 laps remaining in this one. Jaden Rogers, he has gained on Bacon, then lost on him. He got kind of an accordion going there for that 2nd and 3rd spot. Bacon holds on to it. Rogers in 3rd. Your top 3 on a breakaway for the rest of the field as we keep an eye on that final transfer spot. It got close there for a second.
So Briggs Danner did catch up to the 28 of Brandon Maddox, but it's not going to be done without contention with the 75 of Dustin Beck. Briggs Danner looking for a way around the 28 of Maddox. Going to try to get it done there in 3 and 4. Just can't quite close that gap enough.
Dustin Beck to the inside in the A&T Concrete supply number 75. Goes nearly 3 wide over in turns 1 and 2 as they come around to the way with a white flag and 1 to go in this one. Beck and Danner still side by side chasing Maddox. Maddox with a misstep off of turn number 4. Nobody close enough to capitalize though. But your leader, look out. Car going to park on the outside of turns 3 and 4. The caution lights going to come on.
And that's what Carson Garrett did not want to see, but that is what Briggs Danner did want to see.
The fall of one, the gain of the other. That is the 7, Sam Scott, who has come to a stop up against the wall over in turns 3 and 4. So they will get the Southern Indiana Tree Cutters. Jack Swax, Compton Farms, number 7 is pointed around in the right direction. We'll see if he is able to refire. And the Beach Technologies entry will roll away from our USAC official. That was Dave giving him the push down there.
Looking forward to what Briggs Danner pulls out on this final restart. So with 1 lap to go, once again, we're in a green and white together situation. So it's 1 single lap around the Tri-State Speedway for Briggs Danner to try to punch his ticket to tonight's main event.
Every race besides the feature event can end in a green-white shootout. The feature must end in a green-white checkered as they work up at turn number 4. 1 lap to find out who's going to move on.
Right now it's Brandon Maddox and Charles Davis Jr. who are battling together for that 4th position. Briggs Danner still trying to make up a little bit of space, but they're coming to the checkered flag.
Garrett off at turn number 4, going to hold on to the race win. Bacon holds on to 2nd. Jaden Rogers gave about all he could handle there in the 66. Brandon Maddox and Charles Davis Jr. ends up with the final transfer spot. Briggs Danner, Dustin Beck, Braden Cromwell, Hunter Maddox, Sam Scott, and Kevin Thomas Jr. unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he hails out of Littleton, Colorado. The Altos Power Equipment, Hornbeck Concrete, Lugs Lawn Care, One-Way DRC number 15 race fans. Give him a hand, Carson Garrett, as we go down to Drake.
Carson Garrett going to pick up his 4th heat race win on the season for the driver currently 10th in AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Championship standings. A 2-time winner here with the MSCS Series last year. And Carson, you told me earlier today, look, we know we have speed in this thing, but it's just been about luck. We haven't had the luck here at Tri-State recently. So how big of a reassurance is this heat race win to just confirm that you guys have the right setup and are going the right direction on setup and everything that has to do with that?
This place is so tricky, and earlier I really didn't feel that great, to be honest. And the track just seems like it's a little bit slower than normal. It's not a lot of grip really to what I was used to the last few years. But thanks to Doug, JC, Caswell, my dad, and all my sponsors for being able to. I get to do the fun part here, and we work together. Sometimes we butt heads, but at the end of the day, we're here to all have fun, and I think we have a really fast car for tonight, and hopefully we have a little better luck tonight.
Fresh off his first career Honest Abe Roofing Quick Time Qualifying Award last night out at Bloomington, Carson Garrett, your winner in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1.
He's happy. Dad's happier.
Yeah, Brock Garrett, team owner, Carson's dad here in the grandstands, just glad to be a part of it all.
So they will clear the speedway and bring them out again here. Ronda Supply Heat Race number 2, staged around both ends of the racetrack. Driver of the pole, this one out of Odessa, Missouri. It will be Xavier Doney, the Motor Haven RV and Boat Storage. Stanton, Shanae Lawson, chassis number 74. Next to him in 5, it is going to be Chase Stockin out of Fort Branch, Indiana. The Bandit Ag, Davis Brothers, Superior Truck and Trailer, Dayweek meets number 5S. Next row from the inside, set to be Robert Ballou. Ballou coming to us out of Rockland, California. The Suburban Subaru, Dean's Waterfront Services, Berks Western Telecom, Hinchman Indy, number 12. And outside of him, throw an S on it, and you've got Aiden Schmidt at Hopstad, Indiana. Driving the Westside Automation, spec-powered Mach 1 chassis, Vision 1 Composites, number 12S. Logan Seavey going to roll from the 5th starting spot. He's out of Sutter, California. The Honest Abe Roofing, Rockwell Security, Indy Custom Stone, number 57. And to his right, that is going to be Mitchell Moles at Raisin City, California. The AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, number 19, AZ. Harley Burns out of Brazil, Indiana. The Brit Aero, DNJ Power, DRC chassis, number 16. He'll go for the inside of your 4th row, and outside of him, set to be Colin Ambrose out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Driving the Butch and Billy's Diesel Services, Oakley Motorsports Powered, Max of chassis, number 36. Stan Beatles out of Owensville, Indiana. The Beatles Towing, spec Max number 84. He'll go for the inside of row number 5, and from the 10th starting spot, scheduled to be Kyle Shipley to Phoenix, Arizona. The Cox Body Shop, Trainer Chevrolet, Triple X chassis number 4U, and your final starter out of Vincennes, Indiana, driver the Martins Auto Care. Brad Arthur Heating and Air Conditioning. Iconic Foam Insulation number 17, set to be Kendall Rubel. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here in Ronda Supply Heat Race number 2, down to Drake.
Well, Brian, I talked to Kyle Shipley and crew after Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. They're still scratching their heads over what is hindering that motor on the 4U and hoping it's going to run here real quick. Talked to Kendall Rubel as well. Basically, everything on that car is torn up. They have replaced it. They're trying to make it out for the C-Main, but also to that new frame, there's a few kinks in it. So tough break for Kendall Rubel as we're ready to go green.
Thank you very much. Past the DOS Energy start, can we fly? And it will be the Bandit Ag number 5 taking off of the race lead. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. Second on back. Robert Ballou with the advantage onto the back straightaway. Here comes the 12.
That was about 3 for 1 for Robert Ballou, who now has Mitchell Moles catching up to him behind in 3rd place. Chase Stockin with a really great start around the outside of the racetrack. Robert Ballou going to have a good run coming off 2 here.
And problems continue for Shipley. The 4U down into the infield. Keep an eye on the 19 AZ. Podium finish last time here in the month of May. Sits in 3rd. Robert Ballou, meanwhile, going to set sights in your leader. Again, still scratching our heads over what happened in qualifying. Made that first lap. It was a great qualifying effort, fortunately. And the car just dying on to the exit of the 2nd turn. Right now, though, challenging for a win here in Ronda Supply Heat Race number 2.
Throw a blanket over the top 3 as nobody is out of this fight just yet. Chase Stockin still with the advantage. He's going to get a good run going into turn number 3, but Robert Ballou might have a slide job for him here. Not quite this time.
Boy, Stockin flew the front tires onto the back straightaway. Whoa, Mitchell Moles, look at that move for the 2nd spot. Short slid the 12 into turn number 1, overcooked her up across the racetrack, and Ballou able to turn back to the inside. He's going to set sights on your leader once again. Stockin able to keep the 12 at bay. Here comes Moles one more time to the outside.
The battle between Ballou and Moles is really giving Chase Stockin some breathing room down the straightaways, but in the corners, that's where they pick up that speed. Mitchell Moles with a great effort there into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to get a good drive now. He holds 2nd comfortably over Robert Ballou.
Boy, the car he saw got just a tick tight on him there. Had to kind of squirrel it back underneath him. But he did not lose much ground to your leader as we're going to have 3 laps remaining this time. It is Stockin with the advantage. Moles a little bit wide that time over turn number 4. They have left the 12 of Robert Ballou back in that 3rd spot. It'll be the 57 of Logan Seavey and Aiden Schmidt right now with a final transfer, and comfortably, I might add, ahead of Harley Burns, who rides in 6th. Xavier Doney, Beetle, Shipley, and Ambrose currently round at your field.
Nobody quite with the speed to get that pass completed on Chase Stockin. They can catch up to him. They can throw a slide job, but it's not enough to get across the front of the 5S and make it stick. Chase Stockin going to get hung out a little bit wide this time. Still nothing for Mitchell Moles.
The Labco flies around to the front straightaway. Moles going to throw it deep into turn number 1, trying to find something on the exit. Hangs right with your leader. Does that change up the tactics into turns 3 and 4? Here comes the 19 with a slide. Moles, last lap, last corner pass. He will get the job done in Ronda Supply Heat Race number 2. Stockin will have to settle for 2nd. Robert Ballou in 3rd. Logan Seavey and Aiden Schmidt, those drivers going straight on into your feature event. Burns, Doney, Beatles going into your Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cars semi-feature event. Shipley, Ambrose, and Rubel going to find themselves in your TrailerAlarms.com C-Main. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, got her figured out and got it done. Coming to the checkered flag at Raisin City, California, the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Walker Filtration, Stanton number 19 AZ. Race fans, give him a hand, Mitchell Moles. It was going to have to be something big to get by the Bandit Ag number 5, and well, It was big as we go down to Drake.
And Brian, that wasn't the only big battle he had in Rod and Supply heat race number 2. Him and Robert Ballou went tooth and nail for a majority of that one. And Mitchell, obviously passing for the lead can be hard no matter who it is, but was it almost harder to clear Robert Ballou for second there because you guys went tooth and nail lap after lap?
Yeah, he missed it a little bit and got sideways off of 4, and I had to take my advantage and chop him down in there. And luckily I got across fast enough and took off. I think the racetrack's in pretty good shape right now. I know they're going to rework it, but it's a little greasy still, so I think that worked to my advantage a little bit. But just got to keep working on it and go back to the trailer and see if we can get this thing a little better.
The 19 AZ has been good here lately, Brian. They picked up that win in June with the Midwest Thunder Sprint Car Series and a podium here earlier in the season. Things are certainly looking up for Mitchell Moles.
Indeed, thank you very much. TJ Ford's heat race number 3, staging out to the Speedway. Jasper, Indiana's J.J. Hughes on the pole this one. The R. Keith Rooney Dentistry, Williams Precision Power, Triple X Chassis, Klotz Lubricants, number 76J. Outside of him is going to be Eric Gentry, driver to Robards, Kentucky, driving the G. Nick Construction Spec DRC Chassis number 10. Next row for the inside, and 2 is going to be Shane Cottle out of Kansas, Illinois. The Epperson Painting Incorporated, PPG M2 Bearing, Earl Speedway Power number 2E. And to his outside is going to be Brady Short out of Bedford, Indiana. The Edwards Motorsports, England Machine and Tool, Auto, Wheel, and Rim, number 61M. Looking at your third row from the 5th starting spot, CJ Leary out of Greenfield, Indiana. The Altos Power Equipment, Valvoline, Hornbeck Concrete, Highsmith Guns, number 15X. And from the 6th starting spot, it will be the 21AZ. The driver out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, in the Special Olympics of Indiana, one-way DRC chassis. Team Arizona Racing entry, that is Dason Pursley. Carson Short bringing the other Randy Edwards' own entry out to the Speedway here in TJ Ford's heat race number 3. He's out of Marion, Illinois, the DRC Spec Auto Wheel and Rim number 21M. And to his outside is going to be Rylan Gray out of Greenfield, Indiana. The Speedtown Comfort Finish Line Mowing, Cartwright Etheridge Motorsports number 06. Final row from the inside, she is out of Dillsboro, Indiana, driving the Pull General Contractors. Clark's Home Services, Stanton Ripper Chassis number 5K. It's going to be Kayla Rell. And your final starter from 10th, it's going to be Nathan Seal at Fort Branch, Indiana, the Maxim Chevrolet number 1. As that'll be your starting lineup here for TJ Ford's heat race number 3. Again, 4 on the docket here tonight with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship.
So Carson Shorts in this TJ Ford's heat race number 3. He's been a USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car winner here at the Tri-State Speedway. Picked up his first and only win with the series
Back
at this racetrack.
2016. He's
also won a World of Outlaws main event at this racetrack as well. So pretty good at Tri-State Speedway, don't you think?
Not too shabby. He and Brady Bacon, seems like just about any time they roll in here, whether it's wing or non-wing, they're going to have something to say about it.
And that's what makes this place so interesting and so incredibly entertaining.
Toyota Racing Development pace truck down into the infield. Again, J.J. Hughes, no stranger to this facility. Starts on the pole, Eric Gentry. Another driver with a lot of laps here. Outside of that front row as we go to green.
Almost 3 wide on that start between Carson Short, Shane Cottle, and Eric Gentry, and now they're going to start to pack up just again a little bit. We've got 2 cars that look exactly the same. Hard to tell those ones apart, but it's going to be J.J. Hughes with the advantage off of turn number 4 for lap number 1.
Got the short show going on for 3rd all the way back into the 5th spot, but the driver that is snaking by everybody is going to be C.J. Leary. Leary up into 3rd for a moment, now going to fall to 4th. Charging outside the 21AZ as well as the 21M. Leary going to fight back to the inside. Tries to take 2nd from Cottle. Cottle going to hold on to it, but it will be J.J. Hughes in command of this one.
CJ Leary still putting work on Shane Cottle. Going to try to get by him on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Now Shane Cottle has to contend with one of the 21s. I don't even know. That one's Carson Short.
The 61's on the bottom. The 21's the outside. You've got the 61 is Brady. The 21 is Carson. Advantage right now with the 61M of Brady Short on the inside. The 21 on the outside trying to get some room. 4 wide for the top spot. Can you believe it in this one? The 76, J.J. Hughes, somehow runs away with it.
A lot of really close racing in this one. Keeps you on your toes for sure. J.J. Hughes continuing to run that line that Chase Stockton was utilizing for a majority of Rod and Supply heat race number 2.
They keep this up. I'm not going to have toenails. I'm going to be on my toes so much as they work onto the back straightaway. The Shorts continue to go at it here. Up on the outside goes the 21, the 61 to the inside, but you've got a new leader. It's going to be C.J. Leary taking off with it with 4 laps remaining. He is out in front of the Insanity now. The question is, can he get away from him? Brady Short running that 2nd spot. J.J. Hughes quickly going to get shuffled back to 3rd. Carson working the outside. Cottle working the bottom. Still side by side for third as they work into turns 1 and 2.
3 laps to go. CJ Leary just turned the fastest lap of this TJ Forge heat race. Number 3 that last time around with a little bit of clean racetrack in front of him. Still, Brady Short going to try to close that gap, and they're almost still 4 wide for the final transfer position.
21 AZ at Dason Pursley. He has been chasing this the whole time and might have an opportunity to steal away transfer spot. In fact, he does. Works by Hughes on the back straightaway. Top shelf as they come to the white flag. Hughes going to come back to his inside. Retakes it. Keep an eye on the battle for the 5th spot.
So Dason Pursley looking for any way around. Knows he needs this transposition to have a good shot at this feature event tonight. Going to give it one last shot in turn number 3.
As CJ Leary comes around to pick up TJ Ford's heat race number 3 for the transfer spot, he holds on to it. JJ Hughes in 76. Brady Short crossing in 2nd, Shane Cottle in 3rd, Carson Short in 4th, JJ Hughes in 5th, Dason Pursley in 6th, Eric Gentry, Rylan Gray, Kayla Rell, and Nathan Seal unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you from right at the road of Greenfield, Indiana, driving the BGE Darty Motorsports, Highsmith Guns, Hornbeck Concrete number 15. X race fans, give him a hand. CJ Leary down trackside.
Big heat race win for CJ Leary and BGE Darty Motorsports as they sweep heat race action with their 2 cars here at the Tri-State Speedway tonight. And Hobstadt hasn't really been CJ's best track as of late, but CJ, it seemed like everybody was on top of you all at once there. How hectic was it kind of in the Hornet's Nest there for a while?
Yeah, this place puts on a hell of a show. It was had to be pretty exciting for the fans. Our race car is really good. Like you said, this place hasn't been really good to me the last couple of years. Definitely elbows up. I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job on the wrenches tonight. Qualified good, was good in the heat race, so should put us on the pole for the future. Hopefully we're good enough to win that, so it'll really turn our week around.
CJ Leary, that is the epitome of an up-and-down Indiana Sprint Week, Brian and Christy. So a massive heat race win as he goes into the feature in TJ Forge heat race number 3.
Indeed, thank you very much. Car IQ heat race number 4. Going to begin to stage out to the Speedway. Reed Whitney out of Jasper, Indiana, the 87 Speed, Markers Foundation, England Machine and Tools, spec-powered X1 race car. He's going to be on the pole in the number 87. Lining up next to him is going to be the Hoonigan Lucas Oil Center, CB Designs, K1 Race Gear, AFCO Shocks number 4B out of Fort Branch, Indiana. That is going to be Donnie Brackett. Next row for the inside, you're going to find Matt Westfall. He is out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio. The Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, All-Star Performance number 33M. And outside of him in 2 is going to be Cale Drake out of Collinsville, Oklahoma. The On-State Roofing, Pendleton Farms, Claxton DRC Chassis number 2B. Out of Ione, California from 5th, the NOS Energy Drink Boat Foundation MPV Express, Kistler Max at number 4. It's going to be Justin Grant. And to his right, Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana. The Avante Windows and Doors, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis Premier Recycling number 3P. Looking to your 4th row from the 7th starting spot, Kobe Simpson out of Bonham, Texas. The Beattown Automotive, Kennedy DRC Chassis, tops up here, but Quality Threads over 21K. And outside of him is going to be the 2J, Colton Booton out of Marion, Illinois. The Orthopedic Associates, Dave Dennis Racing Engine, J&J Chassis, Pure Cool, Owensboro RV, number 2J. 45 of Troy Carey out of Teelamore, New South Wales, Australia. And the 314, the 3.14. That is going to be Michael Darty. Darty at Lafayette, Indiana, in the Main Haven Equestrian Center, Spec DRC Chassis, number 3. So Drake York down trackside with an update.
Well, Brian, one of the other big stories out of Honest Abe Roofing qualifying tonight was the big miscue by Kyle Cummins. Got into the turn number 2 wall on the hit. It bent the right rear wheel, broke the Jacobs ladder, but more importantly, messed up some stuff in the brakes. One of the mounts that holds the brake rotor was actually bent, so they had to replace that. And at one point, the team thought the rotor itself was actually bent. Good news, it is not. So it's been a thrash down there in the 3P camp, but they are set to go here for our 4th and final heat race here tonight.
Thank you very much. Again, Whitney, Brackett, Westfall, Drake, Grant, Cummins, and apologies, I transposed the final 2 rows. Simpson, Carey, Darty, then Booton. Round of the NOS Energy start can to the green. Driver making his 2nd career USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National start on the pole this one. Falls to the 2nd position here on the start. The 4B of Donnie Brackett going to take off with it. Look out through turns 3 and 4. You got the 2B of Cale Drake making his way by up to the top spot in the Honest Abe Roofing number 2B.
Cale Drake from 4th to 1st in 1 lap, now going to lead Justin Grant down the backstretch. Justin Grant, a winner here at Tri-State Speedway, trying to get his sprint week turned around. He's going to have a lot of speed coming off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. He's got something for Cale Drake.
The NOS Energy MPV Express number 4 going to throw it in deep into turn number 1 across the racetrack. Cale Drake in a diamond it, runs an opposite line onto the backstretch. Now he's going to take the inside groove into turns 3 and 4. Justin Grant pitching her sideways, blocks the charge of the 2, and now here comes the Avante windows of doors number 3. Cummins into the mix, takes away the 2nd spot. Does he have the run for the race lead as Justin Grant takes off with it?
It was so interesting to watch the different approach into turns number 3 and 4 between Justin Grant and Cale Drake, and just the different levels of experience they have here. You saw Justin Grant really rotate the car and almost pitch it completely sideways, whereas Cale Drake drove it in far more straight. Kyle Cummins beginning to challenge the 4.
Cummins on the inside line exiting turn number 4. Justin Grant with a little bit of unwanted company on the back bumper of his NOS Energy number 4 machine. Took it across the racetrack, just took the line away from Cummins. Kyle had to kind of stab the brake a little bit there. Able to get the car back underneath him, loses ground to your leader. So Grant bringing it back out to just shy of a 2nd. Cale Drake running in 3rd, Donnie Brackett in 4th, and Matt Westfall right now holds on to the final transfer spot. Bills come up on the slower machine here. Couple of slower machines here in about a half a lap. As those two battle side by side, they nearly made contact. Grant now going to make his way by the 3.14, now by the 2J. Cummins likewise as he closes in a few car lengths.
Kyle Cummins picking up some speed, and Justin Grant has a 2nd there where he does get held up in some lap traffic. Kyle Cummins able to close up just a little bit, but it's not quite enough.
White flag in the air this time for the NOS Energy. Boat Foundation, Top Industries number 4. Rolls her onto the backstretch for the final time. Cummins chasing. They work into turns at 3 and 4. Checker flag going to drop in this one. Justin Grant going to pick up his 9th heat race win of the season as he gets a win in Car IQ. Heat race number 4. Kyle Cummins crossing in 2nd, Cale Drake in 3rd, Donnie Brackett in 4th, Matt Westfall unofficially taking the final transfer into the feature event. Reed Whitney, Kobe Simpson, Troy Carey, Colton Booten, and Michael Daugherty unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink Boat Foundation, Kistler Maxim Pro Source, Indy Custom Stone number 4. Give him a hand, Justin Grant. 9 times this season, picking up a heat race win, and he's going to take it down to Drake York.
JG, Justin Grant picks up his 9th heat race win on the season here in Car IQ heat race number 4, a 9-time winner in NOS Energy Drink Indiana Sprint Week competition. One of those coming here at the Tri-State Speedway back in 2021. And Justin, I was talking to your crew chief, Jeff Walker, earlier today, and he was pretty ecstatic to be here at the Tri-State Speedway. And I know we're late in Indiana Sprint Week with only 2 races left, but do you think this could be a real turning point for you for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, you know, we love coming to Hobstadt, and yeah, we've been struggling. We've been working really hard trying to get things sorted out, trying to get things to feel right in here, and hopefully Hobstadt's been good to us over the past, so hopefully we find our way there tonight, and we're off to a decent start.
Justin Grant had a really good run going here back during the spring showdown, was quick time, won his heat, and had misfortune befall him in the feature event. So we'll see if he can perhaps maybe make another great run in tonight's feature event. Brian?
Thank you very much. Apologize if I get your last name wrong. David Gobel. David Gobel. Goebel. David Gobel, you need to report to the USAC merchandise trailer. You are tonight's AMSOIL Inside the Oval winner. Logan Seavey heading back to his merchandise trailer. You can go back and get an autograph. Every night we've had drivers going back there. Bacon's been back there. Logan's been back there. Leary's been back there. Robert Ballew's made his way back there. So you want to go and check that out. You never know when a driver is going to scurry on back there and sign some autographs. Ooh, mini sprints.
Thank you, Brian. On behalf of the Midwest Mini Sprints, my name is Sean Waters. I'll be bringing you tonight's action on the track right now. Spec Racing Engines Heat Race number 1. Inside row number 1, car number 87, Rockall Drywall, GCEC, and Anchor Off-Road Performance, Gary Spencer from Cloverdale, Indiana. To his outside, the Jasper Equipment and Supply, Bobcat of Davies County and DuBois County, St. Anthony Tire and Auto Center, the 44K of Cody Canerium. Inside row number 2, the 55W, current points leader in the 2024 season.